Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about Cops and Crooks, the update that Rockstar Games never released in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, I can hear you guys right now. Mr. Boss, you sound like crap. What is going on here? That's right, guys. I'm feeling a little under the weather, as you can probably tell by my voice. Now, I have already done the responsible thing. We've gotten ourselves tested for the Rona, and we are negative for that. So I don't know what's going on in my system over here. I'm hoping over the next couple of days we're going to start feeling better. So I'm laying low, doing a whole lot of nothing, playing some video games. So thanks for sticking with me, guys. I know the voice sounds a little bit different. That was like the one thing I was hoping. Don't take my voice. I kind of need that for my job. So don't take that. But thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I know it sounds a little bit different, but we're going to get through this and we're going to talk about some fun stuff. So speaking of fun stuff, an update that would have been amazing for Grand Theft Auto Online is Cops and Crooks. And we've talked about this in the past. We have a little bit of new information to discuss today, and also how Rockstar could implement it going forward. So in the wake of the hashtag Save Red Dead Online movement, we got a post from data miner and insider WildBrick142, who ended up saying this on social media the other day. In summer 2020, Grand Theft Auto Online was supposed to get the Cops and Crooks update. It had to be scrapped because of the nonsense going on in the US. Rockstar was still kind enough to hack up a small update so that it won't go without one. So why can't Red Dead Online get a small content update too? So to give you guys the long story short, there was a couple of things going on in the world where it felt, I guess the word would be inappropriate, for Rockstar to put out a Cops and Crooks DLC for Grand Theft Auto Online. And so because of that, Rockstar had at the very last minute go, uh-oh, we got to put out a new DLC. And that's how we got the Los Santos Summer Special update, which kind of felt like a very small update for GTA Online. Now, you might have suspected, okay, Rockstar is having to work from home. Everyone's adjusting to the conditions of the world. Maybe this is the best that they can do at this time. But at least Grand Theft Auto Online still got an update. And in case you guys are wondering, Rockstar literally left undeniable proof in the Summer Special update files. You guys can see here, there was supposed to be a new cubed minigame that was a part of the Cops and Crooks pack. And they literally left that in the files. Now, we could go on and on. In fact, I did that in a previous video about all the stuff that Rockstar left in the files of the game. Whether it's explosion particles or whether it's the ability to handcuff someone. They left a lot of things in the game that suggested Cops and Crooks was the real deal and that it was happening. Now, since WildBrick ended up talking about that a couple of days ago, we actually heard from another data miner and insider. This guy is relatively new on the scene, so I am going to remain a little bit skeptical here. He also does not speak English, or it's not his first language. So we're doing some translation here via Google and on Twitter. But let's take a look at this right here. So again, it's coming from MatthewsBR9895_. And he said, Cops and Crooks, an internal summary of what was passed on to me behind this content. Don Percival, founder of Merryweather, he and his team have settled in a familiar location. And after work in Asia, they returned to America and have one goal against the players. And then more follow-up to that, join Don Percival together with police organizations to bring down the entire empire plotted by other players, or go back to Lester with his friends to plot all the controversy in this story. And then he said, I'd love to see that content replanned. It would be interesting if this is any content additions for the PS5 and Xbox Series X or PC in the future. Again, sorry about the rough translations right there. So let's go ahead and go back and talk about some of those right now. So this Cops and Crooks update, if this is to be true, is going to feature a familiar character, and that is Don Percival. So in case you guys don't know, Don Percival is an ex-Navy SEAL Lieutenant General who founded Merryweather in 2003 using money from a coup in West Africa. He floated Merryweather on the Bossack Stock Exchange in 2010 and is now expanding domestic operations to appease shareholder demand. And Percival is also lobbying the U.S. government for a new war in the Middle East, Asia, Africa, or France to help turn the economy around. So Don Percival is mentioned several times throughout the story as he begins to hold a grudge against Michael and Trevor as they begin to interfere with his business. But he's also mentioned in Grand Theft Auto Online a handful of times. It's revealed in the Humane Labs raid that his company, Merryweather, operates the Humane Labs and Research. And in the Doomsday heist, he is also the CEO of Merryweather and is good friends with tech mogul Avon Hertz. And he's mentioned in the setup mission by Avon as a missionary, a doer, and a personal friend, although Lester calls him a war criminal. And in the Los Santos Tuners update, you can actually invade his private bunker, as your objective is to kill several Merryweather mercenaries and steal 4 hard drives containing Percival's secret files. So he's mentioned a handful of times in Grand Theft Auto Online that he is still operating as the CEO of Merryweather. So that's kind of cool, and it sounds like you'd have the opportunity to either join him or join Lester, which would signal the theme of either being a cop, the good guy, or the crook, the bad guy. So this version might not necessarily be straight up cops and crooks, but rather just good guys and bad guys, or government agencies and non-government agencies, which was kind of the theme of the entire single-player story too. You were working against the FIB and the IAA, and you were these small-time crooks. So that's kind of what I'm thinking Rockstar might ultimately do here. So I would love to see something like this return, and I think a way that Rockstar could do it could actually involve Michael DeSanta. So as you guys clearly know, single-player characters have been appearing in online for several years now. Lester and Lamar, Trevor, Ron, Martin Matrazzo. However, more recently, we've been seeing them get more heavily involved, obviously with the contract DLC, Franklin and Lamar basically being the main 2 characters. And we also know that Michael DeSanta, he is confirmed to be alive, and he's still making movies. Well, Wildbrick142 had a very interesting comment. He said, imagine Michael wanting to make a movie about cops or something. So you buy a movie studio warehouse and play out a role of a cop or a crook for his next movie. 2 birds with 1 stone, it would be the perfect DLC. And that would obviously be so much fun to work with Michael, but it kind of makes you wonder, would the things we'd be doing actually real? But at the end of the day, as long as we get paid, who cares if we're actually doing something or just playing a role for a movie? But I guess in order to shoot the scenes for the movie, you'd have to do stuff in real life. Like if you were a crook, rob a bank or a jewelry store. Or if you were a cop, stop people from breaking out of prison or something like that. So that could actually be kind of fun. And now that we know that Rockstar has no problem bringing back story mode characters and that Michael DeSanta is officially still alive, I could very much easily see him being a part of the next DLC. Maybe a Contract Part 2, which we'll actually talk about in a video later on today. But anyways, that's all the information that I've got for you guys in this video today. This is Cops and Crooks, the update that Rockstar never released in Grand Theft Auto Online, but had so much potential. So hopefully it is not scrapped for good. Hopefully there's a way that Rockstar can rework it and somehow include it in Grand Theft Auto Online, whether it be reworked or just the exact same update. I'm sure it would be incredibly fun. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this whole thing in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.